battle between David, the shepherd boy who dared to fight Goliath, the fearsome 10-foot-tall warrior of the Philistines, is one of the most famous stories in the entire Bible. Guided by God, the prophet Samuel goes to the house of Jesse, leader of a prominent family in Judah. There, the unlikely teenage David is selected by the prophet over his other more physically imposing brothers to be anointed. He is soon called to play the harp for the depressed King Saul and greatly impresses him. At that time, the Israelites, led by King Saul, were engaged in a war with the Philistines, their bitter enemies. Goliath, the champion of the Philistines, was massive and struck instant terror into every Israelite soldier. Every day this behemoth would stride in front of the Philistine army and challenge the Israelites assembled opposite to send someone to fight him. For 40 days this taunting goes on, but none of the Israelites, including King Saul, who is a battle-hardened fighter himself, dares to answer Goliath's challenge. Then one day, David is instructed by his father to take bread to his brothers and cheese to the commander at the battlefront. There he hears the challenge hurled by Goliath firsthand. Unlike the other Israelites who are too scared to fight with Goliath, David, taken to King Saul, volunteers to fight the Philistine giant. Saul, moved by David's courage and great faith in God, does the unthinkable. He allows this teenager, untrained and untested in combat, to decide the course of this war. The Philistine army cheers Goliath as he strides to meet David, shocked to see this young man walking towards him with no armor and without a real weapon. Goliath yells abuses at him. But David, with supreme faith in God, remains unmoved by Goliath's towering size and his boastful threats. In fact, David not only proclaims victory, he also tells Goliath that he'll cut his head off. A furious Goliath with heavy armor moves in to fight. As the Israelites watch this unfair match, or so it seems, David loads his slingshot with a stone. Taking quick aim while twirling the slingshot, he hurls the stone at Goliath. It is a fatal strike, as the stone sinks deep into Goliath's forehead. The Philistine champion sinks to his knees and then topples to the ground, dead. The Philistines are stunned, and there is silence in the air as David walks up to the body, picks up Goliath's own sword, lifts it into the air and brings it down, severing Goliath's head, just as he said he would. As the Philistines start running off, the Israelite army breaks out into wild cheering and pursues them. For David, this is the start of a turbulent journey that will see him established as the greatest Israelite king, for he was anointed and always destined for glory by God himself.